Ah, you've caught me again. Well, if you watched the first video, which I heard was exceptional, you probably know who I am. If not, hello, I'm William Shakespeare. I'm guessing you're about to check out WCSU's production of my play, A Midsummer Night's Dream, and I'd love to give you a brief overview of some of the inspirations for this work, helping you to understand some of what's going on, and maybe more importantly, why.
Midsummer is full of fairies and magic, and was my first play to include supernatural forces. The most well-known fairy in Midsummer is Robin Goodfellow, better known as Puck. In this play, Puck acts as a conglomerate of a number of different types of fairies, including a puka, hobgoblin, and brownie. He is distinct from goblins in that Puck is mischievous, but not truly evil. Robin Goodfellow also exists in work outside my own, and was a recurring character in Ben Jonson's work.
Prior to the writing of Midsummer, there were many contradictory accounts of the powers, origins, and motives of fairies, which most believed to be real.
However, writers popularized a sort of rustic supernaturalism, in which the fairies were often mischievous but tamed, and with bucolic forest settings. Midsummer is a prime example of this style. The fairies do have power and can shape mortal lives, but are missing either the desire or the ability to cause extreme damage.
Puck is notable here in another regard. The majority of the fairies in the play act and move as a group, but Puck clearly has the most freedom. He serves Oberon, yes, but he makes his own decisions and mistakes, and moves freely throughout the wood.
Another very strong influence on Midsummer is Ovid's narrative poem Metamorphoses. The most direct influence is the burlesque story of Pyramus and Thisbe in Act 5, which originally comes from Book 4 of Metamorphoses. There, it is presented as a heartbreaking story of love, which the mechanicals then proceed to royally bungle. Another example is in Titania, where the name literally means female descendant of a Titan. This raises her power level above most other fairy queens, such as Queen Mab and Romeo and Juliet. There are 4 such Titanias in Ovid's work, but my Titania aligns most directly with Diana and Circe, melding the two into something entirely new. In Titania, we have a fairy with extreme power, one who loves love and has had many consorts, and yet still possesses a distance from the world, content with her mortal votaresses.
Throughout Midsummer, I utilized concepts of both carnival and burlesque to lighten what could be a dark plot.
Puck acts as both character and commentator, possible due to the emotional distance he shares from the story.
Puck doesn't care about the lovers' lives. He's a fairy. He might as well just go have some fun.
Theatrical carnival is a topsy-turvy world in which order, rules, and conventions are upturned. What else would you call a forest chase between 4 lovers whose genuine desires have been dissipated by magic? When writing Midsummer, I also understood the direct link between festivals and carnival. Many festivals, particularly ones with seasonal events such as lunar cycles, were considered to have a direct link to the supernatural, a world where things might not make sense. Just the image of Bottom in Titania, a beautiful fairy queen with a man with an ass's head, supports this idea.
There is a direct burlesque in the play, in Act 5, when the mechanicals burlesque the story of Pyramus and Thisbe, but in a way, the whole story is a burlesque.
Some consider the lover's quest in the play to be a burlesque of the German Der Busant, forgive my pronunciation, published in the 15th century.
Midsummer takes these lofty ideas of romance, beauty, class, magic, and almost makes them farcical. It's a play of deception, where you never know what could happen next.
Midsummer may be my play with the most staying power. Even during the Puritan interregnum, when theaters were forced to close, which is frankly just rude, the subplot of the mechanicals was often performed as a droll, a form of playlet that did not break the puritanical rules. In 1840, famed contralto Madame Vestris revitalized the play and played Oberon herself, starting a 70-year streak in which the roles of Oberon and Puck would nearly always be played by women, which I support.
More women in theater, please. They weren't even allowed on stage back when I was doing this. It's been 400 years. Let's make some progress, people.
In 1970, Peter Brook directed a revolutionary production in which the fairies were adult male circus performers, and the actors playing Titania and Oberon doubled as the characters of Hippolyta and Theseus. The design was anachronistic and disorienting, and the production was overwhelmingly popular. In 2021, the Royal Shakespeare Company reimagined the play once more, with Dream, a virtual adaptation using live actors that allowed for audience participation, replete with motion capture and audiovisual integration.
People also love to adapt this for the screen. Forests look good on screen, I guess?
Highlights include the 1935 film featuring James Cagney, Mickey Rooney, and Olivia de Havilland, the 1999 film with Stanley Tucci, Kevin Kline, and Michelle Pfeiffer, and real quick, Stanley Tucci as Puck is incredible casting. Good job on that one, Michael Hoffman. Recently, there was a 2017 adaptation that sets the work in modern-day Los Angeles. This play is so popular that even the Beatles performed a scene from it in the British TV special Around the Beatles. Isn't Paul just dreamy?
Midsummer additionally benefits from being one of the lightest of my plays and content. It's frequently used as an introduction to Shakespeare for a younger audience, which is one of the major reasons we chose to produce this work now. If you start someone off with King Lear, they're probably not going to be a fan. That one's a little intense.
Here, beauty, drama, and comedy combine to make a perfect little play. And thank you for choosing to see our production of it. Enjoy the production. We worked very hard and are quite proud of what we have to show you.